Hi guys. you probably saw my other video in the same outfit where I did my makeup, and I thought whilst I have my makeup done, let me do a video for you. So I want to, as you can see by the title, share my best Netflix watches with you. Everyone's always on their Snapchat story, on their Instagram story, on Twitter timeline, asking people for good Netflix series to watch. So look no further guys, I'm here to help. I feel like I've watched the whole of Netflix. I'm mainly into, to be fair, I'm quite broad, but mainly drama, thriller, horror type of things. So I will be putting in like some comedies and other genre of shows.
Boy, if you don't get...
So these are my top Netflix watches. So first I'm gonna share my like drama thriller kind, so things that you may find not none of them are really scary, but maybe a little jumpy. So Orphan Black is like a drama thriller. I love it. It's about clones that find each other. There's quite a few seasons of it, so if you're a binge watcher like me, Orphan Black, I give it a 7 out of 10. American Horror Story, this might be a little bit jumpy. I know it says horror in the title, but it's not necessarily scary, just a bit jumpy, and I give that like an 8 out of 10. It depends on seasons, honestly, because it's one of those shows where every season has like the same actors, but they're not linked to each other. So you could literally watch season 2, season 4, and then season 1. I love it. Got again quite a lot of seasons, so if you haven't watched it, check it out. It took me 2 times to get into it. So the first time I didn't get into it, and then I tried it a second time and I loved it, and I just can't wait for the new season to come out. I think there's going to be one coming out soon. The Sinner, this is again like a drama thriller. I think it's one of them where the seasons don't connect as well. I'm sure season 1 and season 2 don't connect. This is about some woman that like stabs a man, and then it just takes you on the backstory of why she stabbed the man the way she did, because it was literally like a unprovoked attack. And it's like crime drama thriller. You, if you haven't watched You, is like a drama, because people do die in there, but it's not like scary jumpy thriller. It's very similar to Dirty John, even though Dirty John is based on a real character. You is about like this man who becomes obsessed with this girl, and they actually start dating, so they're boyfriend and girlfriend, but it's weird because she obviously doesn't know that he has the weirdest obsession with her. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Black Mirror, some people probably know about Black Mirror, but I feel like it didn't get popular until the most recent season, but there are a couple of seasons of it. Again, it's like more drama, it's not necessarily scary, and all the seasons are different. They all have different themes, but it's very interesting, I will say that. It's like it's almost telling you what's going to happen in the future. That's how I feel. I would rate, depending on season really, but if I average it, I rate it a 7 out of 10. Safe is good. This is actually a UK program, so Stand Up UK, because most of the programs are American, most of the good ones anyway. And a girl goes missing. Her dad, I believe, was a police officer, and he just goes through trying to find her and why she ran away and all these different things. And I quite liked it. That's obviously one season with a certain amount of parts. I rated that a 7 out of 10. Ozark, again, that's like a drama crime one. It's really good. Ozark I would rate a 9 out of 10. Oh, I forgot to mention Bates Motel. Bates Motel is about a boy who owns a motel, well, a woman who owns a motel, and her son works there with her. They have a strange relationship. It's drama thriller, I'd say, and you just kind of have to watch it. I can't even really relay the storyline to you because it's quite strange, but it's good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Dr. Foster, now this is a drama. It's about a woman who is a doctor, and her husband is having an affair with a young girl, like a legal but young girl basically, and it just takes you through like her finding out. I believe she finds out in the first couple of episodes how she deals with it basically, and I'll probably give that like an 8 out of 10. Okay, 7 Seconds, it's not really a thriller or horror, but it is a drama, I would say, about a young black boy who is killed whilst riding a bike. It's police that kill him, and they tried to cover it up. So that was a really good watch. I will give it a 9 out of 10. That's definitely a watch. If you haven't watched that, watch it. Another one that I've actually recently started and I'm in the midst of watching now is the OA, and that is about, that's again, I would say, a drama. I love a bit of drama. That's a drama, and it's about a woman, and the woman's the main character, and she's blind. She gets kidnapped by a doctor, and he uses her to experiment. She comes back after however many years, I think it's 7, and then everyone's wondering why she's no longer blind and why she can see now, and it just takes you through the whole story. Like, it's just, there's a lot going on. It's a very good watch. I give it an 8 out of 10 so far. Greenleaf, amazing drama about a black church, and funnily enough, because you think it's about a church, you think everything's going to be holy, but there's all sorts of things involved, like sexual assault and rape and killing, and yeah. Give it an 8 out of 10. There's quite a few seasons. Now moving on to like lighter, not drama, crime or thriller or horror, anything. Actually, I'm going to go documentaries first, so things that are based on like real life. So the Cleve Browder story, if you haven't watched that, I don't know what you're doing. The Cleve Browder story is a must watch, about a young black boy who is incarcerated. I believe he was maybe 16 or 18, and he literally spent, I don't know, was it 3 years or something in prison on trial. So he hadn't actually been, you know, found guilty of whatever it was, stealing a backpack. And it's just an amazing documentary. Like, Jay-Z put it together, solid 10 out of 10. Anybody that hasn't watched that, watch it. I love girls incarcerated. I like the prison documentaries. So if you like me, you like prison documentaries. Girls Incarcerated is about young girls that are incarcerated, so I believe it's like literally like a juvenile prison, and it's just different because normally the prison documentaries are on male prisons. It's interesting, and I'll probably give that an 8 out of 10. I wish they would actually do another season of it because I feel like I watched it so quickly. Dirty John, it isn't a documentary, but it's based on a true story about a man who basically conned this woman, and she fell in love with him, and then she finds out like the real him, and it's one of those ones that have you on the edge a lot, as are some of the others that I've actually mentioned, and I'd probably rate that an 8 out of 10. Now I am going to line it up. Oh, just a couple others to mention that I didn't mention that are kind of like crime drama, slasher, somewhere between. Yeah, those are the ones that I didn't mention that I would have. And then going on to the lighter side of things, so Jane the Virgin. So if you liked Ugly Betty, the same people created Jane the Virgin. It's quite similar, so it's like a, I want to say Hispanic family. I'm going to sound so racist if it's not. I'm sure they are Hispanic family that are in America. I really think like the characters almost duplicate the characters in Jane, but it's not, I mean in Ugly Betty, but it's not the same storyline or anything. More of a lighter comedy kind of drama, basically like Ugly Betty, if you know Ugly Betty. So that's good, and they've just come out with a new season of weekly episodes. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Good Girls, this is like a comedy drama, I'd say, about a bunch of moms who go and rob a store, and they kind of get like addicted to robbing and are now like serial robbers, but it's good, and I'd give that probably like a 7.5 out of 10. I believe there's only 1 season, and I think they're bringing it back for a season 2. I can't remember how it ended. She's Got a Habit. That's about a young woman and kind of like her dating life basically. Lighter, obviously, quite like comedy. Probably give it 8 out of 10. I kind of like the shows, I'm not gonna lie, with black people in, where it has like a black cast. That is a black cast show, so yeah, I enjoyed it. Dear White People, now this is a bit of drama and a bit of, I don't know how to describe it really. I'd probably just say drama. I wouldn't even really say comedy, and everything's been 7 and up, but I would give it like a 8 out of 10. Nothing, like, all of these things are good watches, so obviously they're going to be more than a 7 out of 10 because I'm trying to give you the ones that are good to watch. The Get Down, again, black cast. We got what's his name in there, Will Smith's son, whatever his name is, he's in there, and it's about like a group of kids. They're like teenagers, and it's based back in the like 70s, 80s, I want to say, and they form like a group, like a rap hip-hoppy group, and they perform, and it's just, yes, I liked it. A 7.5 out of 10. I actually can't wait till they bring out another season if they are. I believe there's 2 or 3 seasons already. Dynasty is like a comedy drama. Actually, it's not that funny. It's like a drama basically. I want to say that it's like your, not exactly like, but it's in the same genre as your 90210 and your Pretty Little Liar and things like that. It's like a rich white family, and basically just follows them through all their little problems and secrets that pop up and all of this stuff. So yeah, that I'd give a 7. And I believe they just came out with a new season as well. So Orange is the New Black, obviously. Who hasn't watched that? If you ain't watched that, then watch it. You're probably thinking like it's overrated, can I catch up? But I don't know, if you're a binge watcher like me, you can catch up on anything. So if you haven't watched Orange is the New Black and you was thinking it's a bit long to like catch up now, you can do it. It's worth the watch. To be fair, the most recent seasons aren't as good as the first couple of seasons, but it's still a good watch, and I would rate it 8 out of 10. The only proper actual comedy on my list is Borderline. I find it absolutely hilarious. I love UK comedies. I like mockumentaries. If you don't know what a mockumentary is, it's filmed as if it's a documentary, but it's a parody of a documentary. It's filmed as if it's a documentary and they're in an airport, but it's just hilarious. Like, that wouldn't be able to run now. Like, if that came out now, everyone would be too sensitive because they make racist jokes and everything. Like, but it's very funny, and I give it a 9 out of 10. I kind of just binge watch the episodes because they're not that long. That is my list of Netflix must watches, whatever. So I hope that I've listed some that you may have interest in that you haven't watched already, because I know how it feels when you feel like you've watched everything on Netflix and you just want to watch something new and exciting to just like have episodes to and seasons and blah blah blah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye guys, see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that jazz.
Man love you for life. Hope say love me too, yeah. Loving you daily and treating you right. Good times and bad times, and me and you right through.